welcome to this edition of the Biker Angle. It is 10/17 of 2018. How you all doing this morning? Glad to have you here. If you haven't done so already, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll be notified every time we upload the videos. And don't forget, get in the conversation. It's always great to hear your thoughts, and it keeps me on my toes, let me tell you. So today we're going to talk about what the hell irks me the most, because I get a lot of those, actually a lot of those emails. It says, hey Hollywood, what pisses you off the most about being in a biker, or you know, what's going on in the club scene? And the biggest thing that irks me, and this story just came out the other day. As you know, Insane Throttle covered the Bandido trial of Pike and Portillo a great deal. We covered it from the start to the ending. And if you guys don't know who Pike and Portillo are, they were the former nationals of the Bandidos motorcycle club. And the way they got rocked by the government is saying it softly, if you will, because there was a lot of rats that came up out of the Bandidos ranks to testify against them. And it's just a terrible thing, and there's nothing worse than a rat to me. But I'll get into that as soon as we go through the story, because this story right here pisses me off the most. And this guy was a national sergeant in arms. It was unheard of in the early days of a national officer of a big one percenter club to go ahead and turn and rat, if you will. But anyway, a former high-ranking member of the Bandidos, who was the first to publicly testify about the inner workings and criminal dealings of the outlaw motorcycle club, the Bandidos, was sentenced Wednesday to a reduced sentence of 5 years in prison without parole. He only got 5 years for his involvement for testifying. Kind of sounds like, you know, Sammy the Bull Gravano, how that dude went out, killed 19 freaking people, but they said the government had so much of a hard-on for Gotti that they gave this schmuck freaking next to nothing just for testifying. And again, of course, you know, he never lost his criminal ways, as you can say, and, you know, I think a couple years ago he got busted in an ecstasy ring or some shit like that. And did some time. But, you know, of course, he's probably in protective custody because everybody wants his ass. But, quote, I want to apologize to my family for everything I put them through. Justin Cole Foster, 34, told Senior U.S. District Judge David Urza. And what irks me about that? I want to apologize to my family for everything I put them through. Last time I checked, rat, your family was your club too. They sat there, they bled with you, they cried with you. You went through all the prospect period. You knew what the hell you were going through. You rose through the ranks. That was your family too. But you had no mention of that, no mention of turning tail and running like a coward, knowing what the hell you were getting into. You know, that's what really irks me, is these people that get into situations like this, they know they have two choices when you get in a game like that. You're either going to go to prison, or you're going to get shot up, you're going to die, some shit like that. So accept the game at least, man. Don't be a coward, be a man. Don't fucking sell out. That's unreal. Anyway, quote, I take responsibility for my actions. I am truly sorry for my actions. That's because you were facing life in fucking prison if you didn't fucking help, man. I'm ready to put this behind me and move on with my life and be a contributing member of society. Well, damn, man, what a change of heart. The judge noted that Foster was, quote, no meek and mild participant in the Bandidos. This was no Don Knotts so to speak, end quote. He engaged in some criminal activity and he readily acknowledged his role, Urza said. Fortunately for him, he never engaged in any direct activities resulting in the loss of life, like so many other bandidos did. That is a major factor that sways this court some degree. That's bullshit. He was a National Sergeant at Arms. You guarantee he had some role in some shit. The government had to cover that shit up because the National Sergeant at Arms at that role, if this shit was going on, he had freaking knowledge of some shit going on and he was participating in it. So that right there is some bullshit. Okay, let's go here. Foster of San Antonio pled guilty to racketeering conspiracy and 3 related crimes in October of 2016 and then turned state's evidence. 8 months after he was arrested along with the club's 2 top bosses, then National President Jeffrey Fay Pike, 63, of Conroe, and his Vice President John Portillo, 59, of San Antonio. Foster could have been sentenced to life in prison, but federal prosecutors asked Urza to significantly reduce his sentence because his cooperation. That's funny. You ever notice that the government always has to freaking make their case with, rats and informants and all that shit? They just can't do it the straight and narrow line of going in there and basic on facts and saying, hey, this is what happened. No, they always got to get these rats that have to get themselves out of trouble and to get reduced sentences. That's how these cases are made. And that's one reason I don't understand juries. Come on, put it this way. I'm sitting on a jury on a criminal case, and I'm hearing this shit out. A rat or an informant goes on the stand. Right there, I don't even want to hear it because I already know he has a reason to lie. They have every reason, let me say, to lie, make up stories, make things worse than they are. That's what CIs and rats do because they got to save their ass. See, the government gives them a bunch of cheese. At the start they get, the informant to give them a little bit and a little bit more and more and more. And that cheese grows and grows where the CI and rat eventually just start talking out of their ass and they make shit up. Okay. Foster was a member of the Bandidos Motorcycle Club for 10 years. From 2006 until he was arrested in 2016. At the time of his arrest, he was a sergeant at arms in the national chapter, carrying out orders from Portillo and Pike, according to the testimony. So right there, if you caught that, he was in the national chapter, carrying out orders from Pike and Portillo. So if Pike and Portillo was convicted of murder, drug running, and all that shit, it says right there, and they acknowledge that this dude was carrying out his orders. So how could the judge go and say, hey, this guy, you know what, he didn't directly participate? BS. Foster was one of the government's star witness in the spring's 3-month federal trial of Pike and Portillo, given a first-hand account of many of the orders handed down for racketeering crimes that include extortion, intimidation, murders, and beatings. So, again, he gave a first-hand account, but he had nothing to do with any of it, the judge says. And here we go again. While Foster was not involved in any of the 3 murders blamed on the Bandidos organization in the racketeering indictment, he did testify that he carried out orders for discipline. Oh my God, BS. Such as revoking motorcycle vests and patches from rivals or wayward bandidos through intimidation or with beatings. But hey, he wasn't involved in any of those murders because, hey, they didn't order me to do that, but they ordered me to do everything else that I'd get, a light sentence, so I didn't participate in the heavy shit. Fuchs told Irza that Foster was the first to confirm the government's allegations that the Bandidos were at war with a smaller biker club, the Kazakhs, during the more recent years covered in the indictment. The indictment alleged racketeering crimes from over 16 years, from 2000 through the arrest of Pike, Portillo, and Foster. The 2 clubs were involved in the May 2015 shootout at Twin Peaks, restaurant in Waco that left 9 bikers dead. Of course, they don't mention there was 4 that died of cops' bullets, but hey, they'll never say that. 20 injured and dozens under arrest on state charges. That's because the prosecutor, the outgoing one anyway, Reyna, wanted to make his names for himself, so without any proper investigation, without anything, let's arrest everybody with the best. It don't matter. Christian motorcycle clubs, veteran clubs, anybody we even seen on the video didn't have nothing to do with anything, running away from the event, arrest them. He didn't care. The Waco incident, the deadliest biker shootout in the country, was not charged in the federal indictment. Yeah, but they sure to hell held up the freaking indictments for everybody else. They made them wait years to get out before those cases were dropped. Fuck said Forrester testified while facing pressure in court that included some of the most extensive questioning of a government witness by defense attorneys and stare-downs from members of his former club. Forster's lawyer, Anthony Cartrell, agreed, saying, quote, there was a lot of intimidation going on in this case, including an incident he witnessed himself. I was driving my truck on Highway 281, and all of a sudden I hear a loud motorcycle rev up, and 2 Bandidos got in front of my truck for a moment, and then took off. Those kinds of things happen. My client did not take those lightly. He made the choice to testify because he was going to do the right thing. Oh, so now we had to do the right thing. Couldn't do it before, couldn't leave the club, Anyway, the judge granted the government's motions for downward departure and sentenced Foster to 60 months for each count of racketeering conspiracy to use a deadly weapon in racketeering and conspiracy to distribute meth. Urza also imposed 36 months for a charge of extortion conspiracy, then ran all the terms concurrently. Quote, when Mr. Foster took the stand, I saw Bandidos in the back glaring at him, Urza said. There was no question that they were not happy with Mr. Foster, and they were trying to intimidate him to alter or tell his testimony. But he did not do that. He testified, in my view, truthfully and completely, in a manner that he was able to let the government follow up with additional witnesses and put the cement between the bricks, resulting in the conviction of the 2 principals of Mr. Portillo and Mr. Pike. 2 weeks ago, Urza sentenced Pike and Portillo to life sentences. There's no parole in the federal system. Because Foster has served nearly 3 years already, he will be out in 2. Urza ordered him to then serve 5 years of federal supervision. So basically, he gets a light sentence for being a rat. Of course, that's what happens all the time. Somebody gets into some shit that they can, they knew what they'd get into again. And of course, when the shit comes down, they go out and eat that cheese, man, from the federal government. Anyway, so you kind of got a feeling what I think of rats and all that kind of shit like that. And that's why a lot of these MCs are going legitimate now. And they have been for the last 20 years going legit. During the 60s and 70s, they were out there doing some shit. Everybody knows that. Nobody can deny it. And also, everybody can, understands that there's few in a group, in a club nowadays that do shit. But the overall majority of clubs understand the technology is too fucked up out there. The cops are, they're looking for predicates for RICO every chance they get. And it used to be where, 5-10 years a guy would hold up on the stand. But when you're facing 25 to life, then, these guys curl and shit like that. Even though, again, they knew what they were getting in for. So a lot of clubs said, screw that shit, and now are into legitimate stuff, man. And I think that's the right choice because legitimate businesses, if you think about it, make you a lot more freaking money. Considering, you don't have to put out for lawyer fees. You don't have to put... the time. Say you're doing 10 years in the joint. You're losing all that money in 10 years. Unless you're smart in the joint, where you can make some good damn money in the joint. But anyway, legit businesses. You're seeing a lot of them. A lot of them start their own truck driving companies, welding companies, tattoo companies, you know, the stuff associated with bikers. So, yeah, a lot are going legit now. But we got a new freaking session here on Insane Throttle News, and I decided to do this because if you're gonna go out there and put this on YouTube, well, why not? Let's just talk about it. It's called the Ass Monkey Awards. And these go to guys that want to put some really, what the fuck kind of comment is that? Or what the hell are you thinking kind of comment? So, the first one. And this was on the Mongols motorcycle video that I did just the other day. I think I did it yesterday. How about the Mongols studiously obeying the law like everyone else? Not difficult. Most other people do it. Why not give it a try? You never know. It might even improve relations with the cops. Now, that's what I have to say to that one. Really? The cops are out there all the time. It's been going on for decades. It's their job to freaking harass us, our job not to get harassed. And like I said, most MCs are moving more into the legitimate type of shit. And yeah, you're going to have freaking people out there that commit shit like that. But I say this to you. Look at the past week like I always do. I pulled up 3 different ones just this week. And I've got cops out there committing a murder. I got a cop out there committing all kinds of sexual assault, man. And you ever notice the cops always like committing sexual assault? They just can't get none. They can't, man. They got to do it by force because they're girly men. Well, I'm sorry. The Terminator said not to use that girly man. Anyway, let's go again here. Your comment about the slant-eye yellow guy is a slam on a culture. And I kind of did. But me totally, me love you long time. Come on, man. If you can't take what I put out there like that, give me a break, really? And you're in the biker community, man, there's so much worse. I've been called wops, I've been called pecker, every goddamn thing in the book, and I don't get out there and bitch and cry about it, so come on, leave the freaking, the Asian shit alone, really? Again, anyway, here we go here. So you criticize the internet highway, but what you do different when you posted your videos. Okay, dear ass monkey. And like this is said, this is an actual job. I make my money reporting and commentary on the news. Now, you can either have a guy like me doing it, or you can have the mainstream media doing it for you. Yes, I've been in clubs. I've been in, the Predadoras, the Black Pistons. I still have contacts all over the biking community. I still hang out with a lot of the guys. I hang out all the time at bars. I don't hide like these other biker news sites. I put my name out there. I put my face out there, the whole 9 yards. So, again, Internet Warrior. Anyway, let's see here. We got another one here. Insane Throttle, you've been watching too many Sons of Anarchy episodes. Pull your head out of your ass. That was on that Prospect video I did. And basically what I was saying was, like I said earlier, know what the hell you're doing. And if you're going to get involved with an MC, make sure the fuck you know what the hell you're getting into. But I guess I'm watching too much SOA. So, what would you have me say about prospecting with the motorcycle club? I do have some experience in that, mister. 2 years. 1 year for the front one, and another year. So, yeah, I kind of know what prospecting is. I've been there, done with. Actually, I thought prospect was actually the most fun time of being in a motorcycle club, because you got to meet everyone, man. And it was some partying shit. Well, to me anyway. I know a lot of people don't like prospecting and shit like that. But me, I had a freaking ball. So, There you got it. You got my Ass Monkeys Award. And if you want to be in the Ass Monkey Awards, all you have to do is write some stupid shit to me on YouTube and we'll discuss it. Anyway, really appreciate all the support on New Age and Biking Brotherhood. You know, I bring that up every episode because I'm pushing to try and get, let me pull that up here. I'm trying to get Motorcycle Madhouse 5 days a week. Now, what I usually do is I'll put products like a book out there, and I use all those funds to put away so Motorcycle Madhouse can get all its fees paid. Because let me tell you, hosting fees with these podcasting companies and all the megabytes and whatever that bullshit, the data and all that shit, ain't cheap. But I always want to keep my stuff free. I do not want to charge any time, so I find other ways around that, so it's always free, my content. Also, November 17th at 9:30 a.m., Facebook, YouTube, BK, and Periscope. We're going live worldwide. Even though we do go live worldwide on YouTube, we're going to expand that audience, man. We're going to get that chat room going, and we're going to get some freaking fun going on Saturday mornings, man. It's going to be like that kind of shit. You remember fucking cartoons when we were little? On Saturday mornings? Shit, we're going to do the adult version, Biker Way. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and appreciate all those who have supported Neon. We're actually going to be having him on Motorcycle Madhouse coming up in the next week or two, and he's going to give his story. Also, this week again, on Saturday, we had that interview with that kid who got taken by that Fort Worth Harley dealer, as well as some interesting stories that Insane Throttle is working on. But until then, you guys stay safe, and you take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hi, this is James Hollywood Machikari, host of the Motorcycle Madhouse and Biker Angle. I want to tell you about Scott Rose, aka Neon. Neon is a follower of Insane Throttle, but most important, a friend and brother. Neon suffered a tragic automobile accident that caused neurological damage to the brain and spine, as well as other injuries that altered the course of his entire life. Though he has courageously fought off the damage to his body, mind, spirit for years, it has come to the point where he needs additional support. New and old symptoms have returned, causing even more complications. Currently, he is in need of medical care that requires multiple studies from multiple doctors, facilities, and clinics around the United States. Unfortunately, many of the neurological scans, tests, and medications are not covered completely by his current insurance. I'm asking all followers of Insane Throttle, Motorcycle Madhouse, and Biker Angle to show Neon what being a biker is all about. Bikers are some of the most generous people on earth, and always help each other when one of us goes down or is in trouble. I'm asking our followers if they can help a fellow biker and family in need. Neon has a GoFundMe page, and for those who feel it in their heart to help a fellow biker, I'm going to give you a free ebook of the #1 bestseller on Amazon, The New Age of Biking and Brotherhood in the motorcycle history category, to show my appreciation in helping a fellow biker in need. With the contribution, Neon will be able to get the medical care that he needs in order to help provide for his family. Please visit Neon's GoFundMe page and help us reach the $10,000 goal. Thank you, and God bless you, every one of you.